Hey everyone, welcome back to Intuitive Living with Suzanne. So this week we are going to continue where we left off last week on the profile lines. So living intuitively means getting in touch with who you are at your core, how you show up energetically in the world, how you make decisions, and recognizing the themes in your life. So today we're going to talk about your human design profile lines 4 through 6. Also known as the upper trigram. This is Suzanne Arjona, and you're listening to Intuitive Living with Suzanne, where we are tuning in to our inner voices and taking life to the next level. Okay, so lines 4 through 6 are the upper trigram, as I mentioned, and are your transpersonal lines. Now, this means that these are themes that you learn through relationships with other people. Okay, so remember last episode, we went over the intrapersonal lines of the lower trigram, which are your personal experiences. Okay, you'll notice that the names given to the lines are similar to archetypes. And again, if you've been following the podcast, you know that I've been talking about some of the archetypes in previous episodes, and we'll continue with those going forward as well. So understanding the archetypes that show up in your life, even just on a basic level, is super beneficial, just so you can recognize them and how they play out in your life, and how to avoid or deal with the pitfalls that they might present in your life. Okay, so back to the lines. So the upper 3 lines, the transpersonal lines, are those profile attributes that you experience within your relationships to others, as I mentioned. Okay, these 3 lines are line 4, the opportunist, line 5, the heretic, also known as the creative rebel, and line 6, the role model. Okay, another reminder, and I've said it before, understanding your design is more than just plugging in each of these different aspects we talk about. Okay, each person is unique. And just because you are a 5-1 profile, for example, doesn't mean that all 5-1s are alike, okay? A 5-1 generator will experience things differently than a 5-1 projector. And your authority will also add another unique flavor to your type and profile as well. So this is why having a personal reading can really clarify all of these bits and pieces that make up your specific design. Okay, nothing in human design is one size fits all. Okay, all the pieces working together create your specific design. Okay, so if you've just discovered this podcast and aren't familiar with human design, I recommend that you go back and listen to the episodes on human design type and authority. So while it's not necessary to listen to these in order, understanding all the pieces of your design and how they work together is going to be really, really helpful as you listen to the rest of these. Okay. So let's get back to the profile lines. And we're going to talk about line 4, the opportunist, first. Okay. Now, this profile is not an opportunist, as in someone taking advantage of a situation. Okay. But this is someone who creates opportunities by building strong relationships and bonds. Okay. The foundation for the 4 line is in those close relationships. The line 4 is about cultivating a small, close-knit community of supporters. Okay, this is not somebody who needs to gather large groups and large crowds and, kind of pick everybody's brains. Okay, this one, the line 4 is about these small, intimate communities. Okay, now, if or when the support or connections are no longer working out, if, they're no longer reciprocal, then they'll just find or build a new community. Okay, so rather than a wide group of acquaintances, the line 4 works best with a small family of deep connections. Okay, now let's talk about line 5, the heretic, sometimes known as the creative rebel. Now the line 5 is the opposite of the 4. Okay, the heretic has a magnetic personality that attracts a wide variety of people and is often comfortable networking with strangers. Okay? And because they walk to the beat of their own drum, they have this mysterious attraction about them that draws people in. Okay? Now, what the line 5 needs to remember, however, is that they don't need to save everyone. They don't need to help everyone who asks. It's okay to say no and to set boundaries. Okay? So when you're working with a wide group of people, a wide variety of people, sometimes you're just going to have to draw those boundary lines. Okay? So let's move on to line 6, the role model. Now, the line 6 is a little bit different from all the other 5 lines. Okay, the line 6 goes through 3 phases in life where they gather experiences, just like the line 3. They integrate the experiences and gain clarity, and then they share that wisdom with others. Okay, so the first phase of the line 6, as I mentioned, is just like the line 3, where they're living out their experiences. It's all trial and error, okay? They're gathering information, insights, and knowledge, okay? This phase runs through around age 30 and ends right around their Saturn return, okay? Now, the second phase runs from around age 30 to 50. So that's from the Saturn return to their Chiron return. Okay, this is the processing stage. This is taking all that they learned and begin formulating it, gaining clarity, honing their skills, and essentially they're bringing it all together into this one cohesive package of knowledge and wisdom that they'll be able to share in their next phase. Okay? So that brings us to phase 3. This unique package that they've accumulated during the first phase and then formulated during their second phase is now ready to be shared with others. They become the role model, having lived it, studied it, and created something new with it that can benefit other people. Okay? So again, depending on your type and your authority, your profile lines will manifest differently. Okay? So this is the upper trigram in a nutshell. Okay. Next episode, we're going to go back to the 4th and final segment of the 4 core archetypes, the prostitute. You won't want to miss this one as it is so wide-reaching and can affect so many different parts of our lives. Okay. So once again, thank you for listening. I do appreciate all the notes, comments, and feedback. And if you're interested in learning more about your specific profile line combination and how it works with your type and authority, you can now book a foundational human design reading with me. I've listened to the feedback and I've started offering these foundational readings. Now, they're designed to give you a solid foundation on the 4 key parts of your chart that you can apply right away to your daily life to begin living within your design. Okay? There is a link in the show notes, or you can just go to my website, www.thelifewalk.com. And even better, I'm so excited about this, there's a special running right now where you can save $20 off your reading through the end of September. So like I said, I am so excited about these new readings, and I know you will be too. So in addition to the readings, some of you have asked how you can support the podcast. Well, that's super easy. Just hit that heart button, leave a comment, and share this with your friends so they can enjoy it as well. The more activity we get on the show, the more it will be shared in feeds for other people to discover. Okay, so thank you again. I look forward to the next episode, and until then, I wish you all the brightest blessings.